Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all, man, this embroidery been whooping my ass, bro. What's going on, YouTube? So let me show y'all what I got. Yeah. All right, so that's going to be my first bulk embroidery order. So I just started doing or started accepting embroidery orders in all various of sizes, you know, 1-piece, 2-piece. In this case, I got about like 14 different pieces, like seven jumpsuits. So right now, what I'm going to be taking you guys through today is kind of how this works. When you get an embroidery order, when you get a logo, when you got to digitize the logo. So this is probably gonna be a quick video, but I just wanted to share with you guys my first embroidery order and, you know, how we complete everything. So stay tuned. All right, so this is the setup. I've already kind of started without you guys on accident. I did like the base, but this software is called Hatch. Now, for y'all get in the comments, I am not an expert at Hatch yet, at digitizing in general. This is actually my first logo I've actually digitized. So if you guys have any questions, you can ask them, you know, and just like my dad always tell me, if I don't have the answer, I can find the answer for you and lead you to that direction, okay? Because I am not an expert at Hatch. But what I'm just gonna take you through real quick, little time lapse of me digitizing the logo. I can't wait till I get my MacBook desktop, because working on this tablet slash computer laptop thing, man, my space is horrible. Like my storage is horrible. The speed is horrible, so it may lag a little bit. But I just want to take you guys through that so y'all can see, you know, what that looks like. I know some of you guys probably saw it on like my Instagram story of like the different trial runs that I've done. But this is my final trial run of the logo. So I'm gonna just take you guys through this, and then we're gonna bring it over to the embroidery machine. All right, so some of the steam bled through, so I tried to get that out the way. Now here I'm bringing the measuring tools to make sure it's square and make sure everything is lined up correctly. This is what I think is the most important part, because you don't want your design to turn out crooked. Okay, so this is somewhat the toughest part, trying to hoop it. Because you want to make sure the hoop is lined up with your markings, but it's kind of hard to do that when you can't really see through the fabric, so you got to line it up, and it just takes a couple of tries. So when you guys are doing this, just don't give up. Hooping can be difficult. It can be very difficult. I really didn't think this part would take that long, but yeah, it's an experience. You gotta line it up, and you see where I'm trying to knock the bottom part in place, and see how I can fit the top piece in there, because I have to push in the top piece into the bottom piece, but it still has to line up with the holes that I made for the markings. So as you can see, I'm struggling, like trying to line it up. Like this took me a good little while. It took me a good little minute.
A few moments later.
So here I'm just making sure that it's flat. As you see the bubbles there, it needs to be a total flat surface. So if I run my finger across it, across the bottom, it should definitely be like a flat surface. So that's me tightening and trying to make sure that is possible. You see me smoothing it out here. And then now we're about to put it on the machine in a second. Now we're bringing it over to the machine, basically just getting this turned on and set up. I already had the design on there from the trials I was doing. So now I just wanted to show you guys how I clamp it on. It's super easy. You see that clamp over there? You literally put the bolts in those two notches there, and it clamps right on in. And then you guys are going to see me put the basically string the machine, which doesn't take too long. It can be difficult sometimes, depending on like the tension settings, but at this point in time, we had already figured that out. So yeah, that's what we're about to do here. Now I have threaded the machine, so now it is green. That means it's ready to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all, man, this embroidery been whooping my ass, bro. So come to find out, polyester is one of the most difficult fabrics to embroider on. And I started doing a trial run on my own polyester coat. So I had an old polyester coat, Adidas coat that my dad gave me a minute ago for my birthday. It was either for birthday or Christmas. And I ended up like messing up. I got like a stain on it or something. I think we went to in college, I had a event with one of my organizations that dealt with like getting pied with like whipped cream and shit. So the stain won't come out, so I just stopped wearing it. And I was like, well, that's 100% polyester. That's the only thing I have that's 100% polyester. So let me try that. Let me show y'all like how many trial runs it took me to like get this correct. One sec. So I ended up redoing the logo, and y'all may think this looks great, but it has gaps. Y'all see them? So, we kept going, right? And so, we kept going, right? This was terrible. We was getting somewhere, but then what's this? Boom, boom. And now you can see I was starting to get it correct, but we was having these little gaps. I'm like, what is causing that? Minimal, puckering. Like, look at that. It was coming out kind of good. Then I'm like, okay, we getting somewhere. I stopped these early because I could tell gap, 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 gap. Hella puckering, gap. It was alright. So then I was like, okay, let me do some tension tests. And tension test is when you embroider an eye, and you want your fabric, your string to look a certain way on the back side. So you want it to be equal thirds. So if your top thread is black and your bottom thread is white, you want to see 1/3 of each. So 1/3 of black on each side and the white in the middle, kind of like an Oreo, right? So finally got it right. It took me a couple of tries, as you can see, right? Then I was like, okay, boom. So I did this, and I was like, that's all right, but we still gapping. And then boom. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. That minimal puckering, like that was perfect. That's the stain I was talking about. But boom. Then I was like, okay, now I'm ready for the actual coat now. We're gonna do it on the real garment this time. Hold up, wait. Before I went here, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you see I was like trial run shorty.
Trying shit, switch it up. Trying shit, won't work.
Cause the denim, it was coming out good on the denim. Look at that. Right? So boom. Now let's continue the story. So I was like, oh yeah, we ready. I done adjusted my settings and everything. We ready to go. I started embroidering on it. And it didn't turn out good. It didn't turn out good at all, guys. So I'm over here having a meltdown because I'm like, bro, like, what is going on? Like, at this point in time, I'm showing y'all the process of what it looks like to embroider with the embroidery machine. I was showing y'all the whole process. At least that's what I was trying to do. But I had to stop because I was like, yo, I haven't gotten it right yet. So I was like, okay, well, I kind of messed this one up. I can take the embroidery apart. It's going to take mad long. It's 9,000 stitches. So I might just owe him a jacket. You know what I'm saying? F it. Like, I might just owe him a jacket. You know, I'll pay for the wholesale price and just so he can get another jacket and I'll redo it, right? Then I did a second jacket and I was like, yo, what in the world? Man, I took that joint out twice. Took it out twice. And then I was like, you know what? Scratch it. I was like, I just might owe him 2 jackets. I might just owe him 2 jackets, gang. Like, I just like... So I adjusted the settings a little bit. I took a break from it, bro. I'm over here like, dog, I'm going through trial and error all over again. Mind you, y'all saw how many completed logos was on my jacket. Each one of those take 30 minutes to do. So y'all add up how much time that takes. So I'm like, I'm over here like, bro, I'm over here sick. But I'm like, all right, I can do it. I'm going hard. I can do it. I get to the third one. Let me show y'all what the third one looked like. I get to the third one. Then it's like, boom, okay. But me being a perfectionist, bro, what is that? It had pissed me all the way off. Everything else looked mad clean. So I adjusted it just a little bit more, right? It should go perfect now. So now I'm about to go ahead and tackle the rest of them. I got the rest of them lined up right here just to make me feel better. Like, yo, you ain't got that many to do. You know what I mean? I still gotta do the pants, but so I think I adjusted it correctly. So now we about to go ahead and tackle this again. I'm gonna try to record the process for y'all, and we just gonna see what happens. But I think I got it right. And I sent him a picture and he think it looks great. So as long as he think it look great, I'm cool. But for me, I just can't let it slide like that. So what I'm probably gonna end up doing, instead of taking this all the way apart, I'm just gonna take apart this part and redo it on my machine. And you know, boom. Because, bro, this pissed me off. How did it skip all of this? Skipped all of that. You know, what I'm looking for is, okay, first, this fill-in, if it goes outside of the line that it already creates, I already know the design has shifted. The design is not supposed to shift, okay? That's what makes it so hard working with polyester, because it shifts when it's getting embroidered. So the next test is, you see the outlines that are going outside of this, they're supposed to go equally around. They're supposed to go equally around. And when that happens, you know, it's supposed to be hitting the line like this. Boom, like this is perfect. Hitting the line, hitting the line, hitting the line. That lets me know all of this is gonna get filled in, the outline's gonna be perfect. But this joint, it was just looking weird, man. So you see, I stopped it right here and just said, fuck it. So I'm gonna end up taking this one apart and redoing it. But I got the formula though. We got it locked in. This was the first one. I'm just like, bro, that shit look terrible. So I'm gonna redo it. But I'm just glad that I sent him a picture of the first one and he was fine. But I ain't sent him a picture of this one though, because this is the one that looked the best. You feel me? This is the one that looked the best. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and hop back in here and get this done. And we just gonna see how they turn out. But I'm a warrior, dog. This shit gonna get done correctly. Now, don't get me wrong, this is a great experience, right? Very, very great experience. However, I ran out of black thread, right? So I decided to buy some more so I can, you know, be prepared. Bruh. Look at this. And then look at this. I bought the wrong size spool. So what's making this even more difficult is I have to manually control the thread. I have to manually control the thread. So I gotta make sure it's unwinding because it doesn't fit on the embroidery machine. So within those minutes, those 16 minutes that I have to do the black part, I have to sit here and unwind the thread as the machine is taking it. So I just unwind it a whole bunch so I can leave it alone for a little bit and come back and unwind it. But bro, it's not making this easier for me at all. But we're gonna get to it. We're gonna get it done.
Day 2, day 3.
Good morning, YouTube. So today is gonna be the day that I finish this order. It's currently like 9:35 in the morning. I was supposed to wake up at like 8 to do this. Cause I forgot I was having groceries delivered. So I'm up now. What we about to do, we about to eat. And then we gonna get to this order. We're gonna finish it today. I've already finished like 3 jackets. I have about 4 more to do. And I got like 7 pants. So the goal is to do all the jackets this morning. We're gonna finish the pants tonight. Hit them up. You can pick them up tonight. You can pick them up tomorrow. But just know you can come pick them up. So that's what we about to do. So this video is like all over the place, man. It's been rough. This one was rough, but we gonna get it done for sure. So I want to go ahead and start, but I'm waiting for the rest of my groceries to come in. We're gonna start with the morning with a good mango, you know, eating healthy. You feel me? That's the only way to do it. I just got mad groceries. I'm waiting to like figure out how to store like all my produce and stuff like that, cause that should be going bad quick. So I just got like mad produce, and then my fridge. I just kind of ain't really got much in here. It's just a whole bunch of greens. I gotta fix my light in this junk, but a whole bunch of greens. And then my pantry, I just kind of filled my pantry up a little bit. As you can see, just did a little something. I might do a grocery haul for y'all one day. I might. Let me know in the comments if y'all want something like that. Good little vegan grocery haul. But what we're gonna eat for breakfast today, we're gonna do that mango. And I'm waiting for some muffins. And I might have a light breakfast for real. Mango, orange, muffins, and we're gonna get to it. But I don't wanna get wrapped up in the embroidery because I told y'all that So y'all seen the clip. It should get hectic when it comes to that black string. So I'm just waiting for that. Then we're gonna get on it. Now, push come to shove, if I don't end up having enough time, because I do gotta go into my part-time today at 1. Right now it's like 10:06. So I do gotta go. I gotta leave it in like 2 hours. So we gonna see. But we gonna finish it by the night though. Watch. Yeah, we just gonna cut the clip. We just gonna cut it right there, guys. Yeah, that was a dub. I didn't think that polyester was gonna be this hard to work on. Just with my machine, I'm pretty sure if I had like a bigger machine, a stronger machine, something that, you know, I don't know. But that machine is not for polyester. It is, I can get it done, but it's just not, yeah. Cause I went over to the pants, and then like what really stopped me from doing the order was where he wanted me to hoop it. My hoop is not strong enough to go through that many layers of fabric because it was right by the pocket. So I could move the pocket out the way, but the layering of the actual pocket, I couldn't get through it. So that was an L, big L, fat F failure. But it's cool though, because luckily it was my homeboy, so he was just like, bro, I understand, dog. He was like, luckily he's still gonna pay me for like the time I did, because I digitized it and everything, so I can give him that file. And he's gonna pay me to take out the stitches as well, because it's like it's like 9,000 stitches. So that's over there. It's like 21,000 stitches over there I gotta take out.
This one. What?
And then I got, wow, that was bad math. 27,000 stitches I gotta take out. And then on the pants, I have to do some pants as well. And then one of the jackets, I kind of ripped a hole in them joints from trying to take it out. So I'll owe him a jacket. It went left. Like after me trying to record those clips, like it was only 2 clips because I recorded the other ones in slow-mo, like you know what I'm saying? We're gonna be nice to ourselves, you feel me? But yeah, bro, I recorded them in slow-mo. Like, why did I do that? So, So what I'm gonna do now going forward, I'm not doing no polyester. I'm gonna practice with this machine, but I'm looking to buy another machine probably in the next month or 2. But we're just gonna go back to what I was doing. The patches, the hats and everything, the cotton, the denim, everything under the sun but polyester. We're not doing that right now. Polyester is a no-go. But like I said, luckily it was my friend. He is in this same industry, but it's not embroidery. He does like DTG, screen printing, graphic design, all that. And he's had to do the same thing where something just wasn't working, and it took him like mad days just to get the product back to the customer. So luckily he's cool with it. Like he won't like pissed off or anything. So I'm very, very happy about that, because I'm not gonna tell y'all, I was in the slumps for like 2 hours until like we started back. We was texting and stuff, and I found out he was cool with it. Like he wasn't really tripping. So that was a lifesaver. So with that being said, man, that's a wrap on that one. But I did learn a lot though. I learned a lot through this process. A lot. And the failure didn't, now that I'm thinking about it, it didn't hit me too hard, because you have to. You don't want to be like something to go great on the first time, because you know that's gonna give the illusion of like, oh, I'm shit, I got this, but it's really not that. I've been reading this book called Mastery. I didn't do my setup with my phone, so I'm holding it. But this is the book Mastery by Robert Greene. I've been reading that, and I did have a few takeaways from it that talks about failure. And it was crazy because right after that happened, I came across these excerpts from the book. So I just want to read them to y'all because this might inspire y'all to, push past failure, because it's going to happen. Like, it's the only way for you to grow at any capacity. So, all right, I decided to set it up. Because it just wasn't working out right. But yeah, y'all saw my book Mastery. So these are some of the takeaways that I had from the book. Mistakes and failures are precisely your means of education. And you can't learn without failing. Because if you're just doing everything right, I mean, you just, what exactly are you learning? You know what I mean? Your failures also permit you to see the flaws in your ideas. So certain ideas that I had with, I guess, how I digitized it, or the different types of digitizing techniques that I use, definitely saw a lot of flaws in those. That's why I digitized it so many times. If, like I said, if you follow me on Instagram, you've definitely seen that. But I just showed you guys like that final digitizing session that I did before I started embroidering on the actual pieces. And they say that these flaws are revealed through your execution, which, we've seen. Like, you can't see your flaws unless you execute. So they say there are two kinds of failure. One that is never trying ideas because you're afraid or waiting for a perfect time, right? In an example, that would be if I just never bought the embroidery machine. Or if I just never decided to tell people like, hey, send me some stuff, man. You want something embroidered, you feel me? Like, or if I wouldn't have taken the time to buy, blanks or different things like that to even start this process. The next thing is a bold and venturesome spirit. That's the next kind of failure. And the hit that you take to your reputation is greatly outweighed by what you learn. So in the book of Mastery, it was talking about Henry Ford and how he was going on. It didn't even get to when he got to the Model T. He was just at the Model A. But he had failed like 3 times, 2 times with the same investor. Then he failed again. And this was hurting his reputation because they were like, yo, we're not going to work with him in the automotive business. Nobody wanted to work with him in the automotive business. But even though that hit to his reputation was greatly outweighed by what he learned, he still kept going, okay? So that brings me to the last point. It was just like, you must act on your ideas as early as possible. Exposing them to the public, a part of you hoping that you will fail, okay? So that first time you getting out there, you don't want to be, that golden, you don't want it to be that golden experience that, okay, boom, I got this done. This is going to be a piece of cake, because then later on down the road, it's going to lead to confusion. And then, it could literally, break your spirit down the road when you're like, dang, I just failed for the first time. Anybody that hasn't lost, when they lose for that first time, it's just like, I don't know. It's like gut wrenching to them. It's something that they just can't handle. So you definitely want to fail, and you want to fail on your first try, like me. And the reason is because you have everything to gain. Well, what do you have to lose? So fail forward. That's my quote for y'all today. Just fail forward. We're gonna keep going. Y'all gonna keep seeing embroidery videos. Next week I got a sewing video for y'all, because I'm going to magically turn that burnt orange coat. Well, I'm going to make another one, but I'm also going to turn it olive. So before we drop the really, really big collection coming in April, boom, I just gave y'all the spill. But yeah, we about to do that olive one this weekend and going into next week. So that'll be the next video. But yeah, that's it, guys. Just to let you know, first, before I let y'all go, I was always going to post the failure. I want to keep this channel real, because everything is not going to be a success story. okay? And I know this is getting a little long when I talked a lot in this video, but it was all very meaningful, showing you guys the process and like the hardships of this stuff. And when I watch YouTube tutorials, when I watch people do YouTube, it's just success, 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 success. They do not show you the mistakes and the failures. So I'm gonna keep that shit real with y'all. It's gonna happen. And you need to post your failures. You need to post your mistakes. You need to post how you learn, what you learn. Do that, because you never know who's watching you that wants to start off in the same field as you do, okay? If you just posting, you know, success after success, there may be someone that's thinking, oh damn, this gonna be easy. And then when they get down to it and they see how hard it is, pause, that may deter them from even continuing on, because they're thinking, oh, I thought this was gonna be easy. Man, nothing is easy. The only thing that's easy nothing is easy. Everything takes effort. Okay? So if you don't take nothing from what I said today on this video, or the past 3 weeks of me making this video, if you don't take nothing from this, man, fail forward. Nothing is easy. It all takes effort, but keep going. Gotta have that mama mentality. Keep pushing. We out of here. See y'all next time.